today or tonight, I thought we did a much better job just starting off the game with more intensity. If you watched the UNLV game and this game, a much different start for us, and that was intentional. I thought we shared the ball better than we have all season. So that was also intentional. I know fans were like, pass those shots, but there was a strategic plan and we had some rules to follow. And I think that as we progress and get older and more mature and just more experience, you don't have to put those rules into place. But right now, where we're at and who we are and what we need is we need that. And I mean, it shows because our efficiency was the best it's been by far. So it worked.
Courtney and Skylar both had big games, especially Courtney hasn't been hitting her shots since she really did well at that today. What did you see different in them?
Well, the difference is I think it's just a lot more confident offensively. We've been really focused on a couple of specific things, not 10 things, but 4 or 5 specific things daily, and have spent a lot of time. And I think that knowing what the rules are and being strategic about some things, they were able to execute it, so it led to better shots. Because I think, and I showed them some analytics and some numbers of when we take this shot, this is our efficiency on it. When we take this shot, this is our efficiency. When we take this, which is ideal, this is our efficiency, so we are going for this, especially beginning of the game. And they did it, and we did like the things that weren't great, like 3 or 4 times it was the very end of shot clock, but I don't mind that because overall, still shooting at 53% was much better than those few rush shots at the end, so I don't mind that. And we got open shots, which are higher percentage shots. We didn't take all the jack-up threes. We took wide open ones down the stretch, and that's after ball movement, and those are shots we want. So I think it was good to stick to it. I challenged Brea to rebound. I challenged some other players to do certain things, and I think we did them. So I'm happy that they were able to respond.
38 points off of turnovers today. What allowed you to be so successful making the most out of your opportunities after steals?
We talked a lot about that. That was an area of focus because if we turned people over before, we wouldn't convert. And I think sharing the ball, the expectation and demanding, sprinting the floor, which we still have to do better at, and not ball watching or calling for the ball or being behind the ball. There was just some more things that we had to clean up, and we're not close to where we need to be, and we're not close to where we're going to be. In some areas we just had to really clean up, but I think the main thing is intensity and effort and consistent effort. And you saw we had that little lull in the third quarter, but then we came back and got better. So we're not at the point where we've played over 30 minutes of great basketball, but we will. But we're doing things much better and much more consistent, and we have to continue to do that. We have a lot of areas to improve on, but we got better this game. So that's why I'm optimistic, and we're playing some really good teams coming up, but they were able to do the things I challenged them to do and the things we focused on for the last several days.
I know it's early, really early, and they're 3 freshmen. Mm-hmm. But tonight they showed a lot. Is this maybe a glimpse into what maybe you expect to see down the road from them after they start learning a lot more from you about the system and everything?
Yeah, and Skylar's been out for a couple of weeks, but there are times when we have 3 freshmen and 5 new people. So 3 freshmen and a couple of transfers. Like Isis is new in our system, we play different. Courtney is new in our system. Solly's new in our system. So there was a lot of times in the game where it's like all new people. So it's different. We play defense different. We play offense different. We move the ball different. So there's an adjustment, but we got better and we shared the ball better. We were executing things better. We were super intentional about what play to run for what. And I think those are growth. I think as freshmen, they're not at the point where they're ready to read. They're not at the point. So like the things we still have to work on is Brea passing out of a double. Not putting the ball on the ground right away. But she will improve on those things. But in high school, you can do that. So there's a progression. It's a journey. And, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So we were sprinting and just going back and hitting our heads against the wall. But now just learning the process and teaching them things and showing film and just being really intentional. And I think when you're more specific, they're not ready to read it. Helena's different. She has a really high basketball IQ. She's been playing. She's from Spain. They play team basketball. Some of the other ones, they just don't know what to do. Skylar's just learning how to rotate. She still messes up on rotations a lot. But the thing, you can live with that because she works so hard. And she plays hard. She has effort and intensity, and she's working hard. So you can live with the mistakes because those are teachable moments in a teachable film. And like Jada, she works hard. She wasn't hitting her shots before. She still played. Now she's just hitting the shots. I said she was going to shoot. She may not be 5 for 5 every game or 6 for 7, but she's capable of shooting. And so she played how she normally plays today. And Brea's, we got to get Brea to run the floor a little bit more, continue to get in better shape, but she rebounded out of her area. She hasn't done that. She kept the ball high on offensive rebounds. Those are things that she's improving on. So she's just going to continue to get better. I think Isis, we gave her the glue award today. She's all over. She's helping. She's talking. When she's out, she's great on the bench. Like Courtney came in, great defensive energy. Sally came in and was solid. So we're doing that. The people are doing what their roles are. And I think we just didn't do that last game. And, you know, it worries me when, like, the things we can control, we don't do. Like, you can always control your energy. You can always control your effort. So I wanted to see that today, and I challenged them, and we did that. So that was important because it's not even always about boxing out. Yes, you need to box out, but you have to also pursue it and have like a aggressiveness to pursue it, the mentality. On defense, you're going to get beat sometimes, but you have to have the mentality like you're not going to beat me the same way 2 or 3 times. And I think we're learning how to get that, and freshmen have to learn that because this game is faster and people are better.
As far as turnovers, the last 2 games, you know, even though you lost the last one, both of them have been below, you know, they're more like last year as far as numbers.
Still a little bit high, but
Is it how the other teams are playing defense, what you're doing better, combination of both? What is it?
no, I don't think it is some of the defense, but it's not. A lot of these teams aren't super high pressure. So the turnovers, like Caitlin's fumbling the ball a little bit or making the really hard pass, looking at the post and just like looking, they're double. And then a lot of our turnovers are coming from the post too. Because last game, Mary's playing the 3, but she's our post player, but she's playing the 3. She had half of the turnovers last game. And then this game, you look at Brea had 3. Courtney, Isis had 1, 4, 5. So like 5 out of the 15 turnovers were the posts that don't have. So we have to improve on that out of the double teams. We have to get better at that. And then Caitlin is just turning the ball over a little bit more than she should right now. But I think it's just over dribbling and then going into too much congestion. So we have to show her that on film. But she's improving and learning. But I think she will get those numbers down. But overall, like I don't even like 15 turnovers. But today, at least it was a positive assist to turnover ratio, which is important.
And how is Maya? What happened?
Well, someone landed on her leg and it kind of folded. She's okay. She just put the brace for precaution, but it was just like a little just sore, and she was able to go back in. I asked her if she can go back in. She said, yeah, and I think she did a good job going back in and fighting. And that's toughness. I think as a freshman, she wouldn't have been able to do that. Now she's working through things and really trying for her team. Another player, Mary. I could have played as Mary today, but she was a little sore, so it's a long season. We need her. She's going to play a lot of minutes, so I shut her down intentionally. You know, we have a tough couple of weeks coming up.
Anything else? Awesome.
Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Have a